Warning, this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Oh joy, alright. Well, that intrigues me, 100%, definitely. Oh boy. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please visit the DLC warning HTML. Okay, alright then. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Highly disturbing content. Uh-huh. For some reason, I have a feeling that that the age rating is a little bit higher than 13, so I put 17 just in case. But yes, I agree. Oh joy. Man, they're really nailing that disclaimer into you. Okay. Alright. Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Today we're playing Doki Doki Literature Club, and holy hell, that's loud. I gotta turn that down. Jesus. Yes, hello everyone. Hi. Hi guys. You're bright and early, I like that. Yeah. Nice. So, this is yeah, I hope you don't mind. I decided to dress for the occasion. I got the nice modified avatar. But anyway, so today we're playing this game. I wanted to play this last week, but I decided to push it back because the whole Mario movie that came out, I didn't want to overlap it on the same day. But nevertheless, we're finally here. We're finally playing it. I'm ready for this. Especially since I drew a whole ass new avatar for it. I'm definitely prepared for this. Hello everyone. Hello Femi. Hello Dark X Wolf. Hello Haley. Pixel Girl. Did you draw that? Yes, I did. I did. Thank you. Appreciate it. Alright, so little disclaimer. Well, on top of one, this is not for kids. So if any of you are under the age of 13, then I have to ask you to please not watch the rest of this. But for the rest of you, welcome aboard. I want to say this is going to be mostly a blind playthrough, although I have been spoiled to the fact that this game is not as cutesy and innocent as it looks right here on the title screen. I know that there's going to be some pretty messed up shit, so just prepare for that. But I don't know the context behind any of it. I've seen like a few snippets and screenshots here and there, and yeah, they weren't kidding. This is definitely going to be disturbing. So, but like I said, I haven't played it or seen anything of it other than that, so this is going to be mostly blind. Nevertheless, let's jump into this. Also, one more thing. I know this game is kind of long. I think it's around 7-8 hours long, something like that. So I might make 2 streams out of this just so the stream isn't super long. So yeah, this will probably be split into 2 streams or so. This gives me PTSD, not from the game, but me and my bestie used to play this over call. Ah, damn. Yeah, a little bit of both, I would say. Most of the time, age ratings are way higher than they should be. It'll be fine. Yeah, that's true. Okay, either way, enough stalling. Let's just get into this. Please enter your name. Oh, joy. You let me type my own name? Oh, all the wacky things I could do. Oh, I have so many. Is this like... Oh, got it. Is this gonna do the thing that One Shot did, where if you put the names of one of the characters, it's gonna like tell you no or something? What if I put like... or what if I write a swear word or something? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just kidding. That'd be funny though if I did that. Like the rest of the game. For the whole game, it would just say something stupid. Probably. I don't know. Put Mario. I don't want to put Mario. That's lame. Should put something different. Maybe like should I just put my channel name, or should I put an actual name? My name is James Robert the Third. Oh, you don't let me put those characters in. Okay. Oh well. That's nice. But sticky. Alright, fair enough. Sticky it is then. What do you guys think? Should we do it? Wait, should we do a vote on a name? Because I imagine this is gonna be important, guys. This is the name we're gonna look. This is the name we're gonna look at the rest of the game, okay? Come on. It's gotta be good. Put weeb? No, definitely not. Absolutely not. Don't let the profile fool you guys. I'm actually not a huge anime guy. Even though I did a lot of research just to capture the art style the best I could when I was drawing that new avatar. I'll just put sticky. Because, yeah, that's fair enough, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, we're in. Who is this? Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Nice. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. Nice. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works because you've known each other for so long. Nice. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's gonna chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Hey-ya. Or hiya. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Hey, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. No, of course not. Why would I say that? That's mean, Sticky. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Oh yeah, no, of course not. That would be weird. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have to... Wait, I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. Splendid. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Sticky, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever it is she's talking about. Sayori likes to worry a bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on an average while spending my free time on games and anime. Nice. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. Oh, thank you, Sayori. I appreciate that. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. What the hell does that mean, a NEET? I'm not familiar with that vocabulary. You trust me, right? Yeah, totally. Yeah, sure. Don't make me keep worrying about you. What, is it gonna make me choose? Oh, no, okay. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Good question. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me does make me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Nice. Alright. What do you guys say? Her eyes are spaced apart. Weird. Is that just me? It doesn't look that bad, honestly. Wait, let me see. I did kind of notice that, honestly, when I was looking at some of the art for this game. That is a slight nitpick of mine with the character designs, I do think. Although in some of the cutscenes, their eyes look fine. It's just the in-game stuff. I think their eyes might just a little bit too far apart, but for the most part, they look good. You should play Cookie Cooker on stream. I'll look into that. Thank you. In fact, I actually heard about that. I kind of want to play Cookie Cooker. Whatever that is. I don't know what a need is. Not an education, employment, or training. Oh, okay. Well, that's an insult. Alright. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Wow, this classroom is dead. Jesus. This is like that time I showed up on senior ditch day. It was empty. Ugh. Horrible memories. Clubs. Siri wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have came into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you can come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going into your club. Absolutely not. Yeah, meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was aware she even had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Wow. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. Oh, nice. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, uh-oh. I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. A likely story. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Hehe. Don't make promises you can't keep, Sayori. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. Well, I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Nice. By the way, total side note, do you find it weird that in an anime universe, there's an anime club, right? Like, how does that work out? That's like, I don't know. I guess anime can exist within anime. I don't know. It's an anime paradox. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Oh, God. Knowing, that has double meaning. That's sad. I love books. I don't read much books. Yeah, me neither. I used to watch, or no, not watch. I used to read a lot. I actually used to love reading. I used to like reading more than like watching, Netflix even, but I don't know. I kind of lost my interest in it over time. Oh my God, I remember everybody here. Hi, everyone. Hello, Yantin. Nice to see you here. Glad you could join us today. All right, here we go. I dejectedly, wow, big word. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs into a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Oh boy, why am I worried? Probably because the music's gone. That's usually a sign that something bad's gonna happen. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Girl 1. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Okay, so I know this girl's name is Yuri. Okay, I've seen her in the promotional material. Sayori always says nice things about you. Oh, does she now? Ugh, seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Sticky, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You could just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Is that so? Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. Do I? It's great to see you again, Sticky. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Okay. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Sticky. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit down next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Is he gonna make me choose who to sit next to? Oh god, I hope not. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Okay. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Oh, okay. Alright then. I was probably going to choose that anyway if it did give me the choice. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, and I follow. It's delicious. Damn it, I want a cupcake now. Ugh. All I have are chocolates from Easter. Sayori walks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. God, that's so real. I'm so glad they included that. Everyone knows the proper way to eat a cupcake is from the side, not that top-down bullshit that I see people do. Good lord. Anyway, I turn the cupcake around. Oh yeah, I said that right. Whoops. Alright. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Plot twist, it's poison. Oh my god. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? Well, you made them for the club, and I am here, so yeah, you kind of did. I thought you... yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you know, dummy. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a cup of hot tea help you enjoy a good book? Eh, I guess. Not really. I hate tea. Don't let yourself get too intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Hey, that's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I didn't mean that, you know. Or, I did mean that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. Not really. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? That's the neat thing. I didn't. My friend just dragged me here against my will. Where have I seen that before? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. I don't see why not. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the other clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. Wait. Yeah, me neither. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for the events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Honestly, that's fair. That's fair. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then, I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Yeah, is it really just the four of you? How is that a club? That's just a little friend group even, not even. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Oh god. Should I be worried about the fact there's only 4 of you? Is it because everyone else like couldn't handle it for whatever reason and had to leave? Oh god. I'm already speculating what I should be worried about going into this, because so far nothing weird, graphic, explicit, or traumatic has happened yet. So I'm kind of terrified so far. It feels too innocent. It feels too wholesome. I'm worried. Like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Okay, whatever. My goodness. What are you guys saying? Okay. I hate that I have to pay $50 for each plush of the characters. That includes shipping and tax. Oh my lord. Is that for these? My goodness. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense though. I mean, plushies are always super expensive. That's why I don't buy a lot of plushies unless I can find a really cheap one. I mean, I love plushies, but yeah, I don't buy them. I just either get them as gifts or other ways. I want to be a plushie so bad. Nice. back to the subject of literature, what are your favorite books? Well, my most recent book that I've been reading is just studying books. The Animated Survival Kit I've been reading to death lately. Not because I enjoy reading it, just because it's really helpful for me. But yeah. An actual good book that I like, I don't know. Let's see, I have to think about that. The last big book that I read was probably one of the Percy Jackson novels, but man, that was a while ago. The FNAF books. Oh yeah, game books. Oh yeah, I've read game books too, like the Cuphead novels. Those are nice. I love the Cuphead novels. They're really fun. Anyway, moving on. Not many people are very interested in putting all their effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work real hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Damn. Right, everyone? So is this a college or high? This has to be high school, not college, because I think Sayori said that we're prepping for college. So we're all high schoolers. Okay. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, yet all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Yeah, probably. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. Oh boy. So, Sticky, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. That's literally my own thought process when someone asks me what I've read recently. Because, like I said, the last time I really read a good book was probably like a couple years ago. Okay, that's not true. But the last time I got really into a book to the point where I, like, you know, literally stay up every night reading chapter and like awaiting each chapter. I haven't had that experience in so long, and I miss it, honestly. I miss getting into reading. I really gotta get back into it. But the problem is, the reason why, and I know you guys can relate to this, new books are not as easy to come across as like new movies and TV shows. It's not like you see trailers for books as often, you know? It's not like it's something that really pops out at you to like find. You really have to search for books. So it just doesn't really come to me, you know? But nevertheless, moving on. Manga. I've never read a page of manga in my life. But I mean, I like comics, but just I never read manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Oh boy. That's right, schools don't consider comic books as books, I forgot. My personal favorites, I'm gonna have to go with Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and The Silmarillion. None of those I have read, but they're probably good ones. I read manga often. Spy X Family, Alaya. Sometimes Hides Her Feelings in Russian. Also read the Scott Pilgrim comics. Okay. I see that. I see the appeal in those. I'm making a manga, so I'll probably read one soon. Oh yeah, that's right. I did hear about that. Yeah, you bet, man. I'm definitely gonna read it once you finish it. Looking forward to it. Anyway, I do that with every single new book, honestly. I can easily stay up past midnight if it's really good. Then again, we have some family and friends that know a bunch of authors, and they supply us with a lot. Well, that's good then. But I'm sure you guys have access to lots of good books. Man. Who knows? Maybe this game will encourage me to start reading again. That'll be lovely. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Jeez. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Wow, big words, Yuri. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination and completely throw you for a loop? Jesus. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. It's always the quiet ones that have the most deplorable interests. I guess you could say. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Facts. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Well, while we're on the topic of horror, I also hate horror. Well, I shouldn't say that. I like horror when it's incorporated into elements, but very rarely do I sit down and watch a full horror movie. Everyone has read a horror book or a few. Example, all of us have at least read one of the Goosebumps books. Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I'm sure when you guys were in elementary, you guys had those books. I forgot what they were called. Shit. I think it was something about scary. Yeah, it was like scary stories to tell in the dark or something like that. Those books were fun. But I remember like going back to them, seeing if they were still as scary as I remember them when I was little. And they are not scary at all. They are so boring. Those are fun. And yeah, Goosebumps too. You haven't? Damn. That and Goosebumps are the only horror books I can recall. I think horror, I don't know. I feel like it'd be hard to incorporate horror into a book. You really have to have some strong lighting, or not lighting. You'd really have to have some good, I guess, good literature to really sell home the spook factor. I've read those 39 books. Jeez Louise. Well, that's good. All right, well, if any of you guys want insight on those books, just ask Haley. She'll tell you everything. Oh, why is that? Well, Mitsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you should like to write about cute things, don't you, Mitsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You have the piece of scrap paper behind last club's meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Whoops. And give that back. Fine. Hee. Whoops. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides up behind Nazuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Yeah, clearly. I'm not cute. Nazuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. It is really impressive. Poetry, ugh. Poetry is not my cup of tea. That's for sure. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. Wow. You must be willing to open up about your readers, or open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Why is Yuri so sophisticated? Jesus Christ. Someone make Yuri the leader, honestly. Like, she knows what's up. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Ain't that the whole... I mean, isn't that the whole point of a literature club? To share your literature? I feel like that would be required. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Nani? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzedly at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. There we go. That's an idea. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get to be a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Absolutely, I couldn't agree more, Monika. Isn't that right, Sticky? Monika smiles warmingly at me once again. Hold on, there's still just one little problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sierra might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. Oh god, they're all looking at me. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Sticky. You all... I'm defensiveless against these girls. Come on, Sticky. You gotta see it. I don't know why I'm talking to myself in third person. You gotta say yes. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I wish it actually gave me a decision. I know, I'm not expecting... I wasn't expecting this game to have like a Telltale style format of like, you know, choosing your own story, but I did wish there was more like interactive. I wish the dialogue had more interactivity with it, you know, because there are parts where it feels like it's gonna ask me to like decide on something and it just chooses for me, and then I'm like, oh, okay. But so far I'm liking this. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Wow, I didn't know I was playing as a simp in this game. Right. Actually, I knew that from the beginning. What am I saying? Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really did just come for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. That makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. We just got here, but okay. I guess this was orientation. We'll call it that. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over me once more. Sticky, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hehehe. Yeah. Oh god. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? No. That's the answer. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Sticky, since we're already here, did you want to walk home together? I would say yes, but I don't know if Sticky's gonna say yes, considering that he seems not to like Sayori that much. That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed home for school. Sure, might as well. Oh, okay, alright, good. Thank you, Sticky, you made the right decision. Yay! Nice. With that, the two of us depart the classroom and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will they really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? I don't know. Well, I mean, you can always quit, right? I mean, it's not like you're contracted to be there the whole year. Like, you know, if you don't like a club, you can leave, right? I don't know. It's been a minute. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. I mean, you're already friends with two of them. Whatever. I guess so. I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. So now is it gonna make me, like, choose? Oh, okay. Well, here's it. Oh my god. That's what this audio is from? I've heard this music before. Or unless it's just like stock music they used. Man, I don't know it was from this though. Either way, it's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay. So, do I know who I'm delivering this poem to? So that's the thing? I don't know. Let's see. What do you guys think? Why was one of my YouTube recommendations confessing to murder Jet? What? Confessing murder to ChatGPT. Oh lord, okay. Oh boy. It's the music from my unbox. Oh, that's right. Maybe that's where I'm remembering it from. Well, no, I could have sworn I've heard it before, not just in your video. I could have sworn I've heard this like for a little while now. I know this. Well, I don't know when this game came out. Maybe like 6 years ago. I don't know, 5 years ago, something like that. Either way. So what are we doing here? So do we just pick some random words here? Does this actually? What, is just gonna generate a random poem based on the words I pick? It's like that. It's like that song challenge where you have to say a word and then they make a rap out of it. Is that what it is? Why is milk there kind of sus? It is kind of sus. So I'm gonna pick it. That's gonna be my first word, milk. Okay. Let's see. Universe, friends, prayer, defeat, intellectual. I wish I knew who it was for, though. That's the thing. I used this in an Insta reel. It was the artist toolbox. I don't know if you remember, though. I'm not sure, man. It's been a while since you were on Instagram. I can't say for certain. Okay. But like I said, if I knew who I was giving it to, I'd have a better idea of like which words to pick. Although for Yuri, I would probably say intellectual. Okay. I imagine I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Tear, shining, nibble, peace, passion, frightening, insight, incongruent. Interesting. Let's see. Which words did I already pick? I don't know. You get to choose who it's for. Oh, okay. All right then. I'm gonna write it for. Each words go to a different girl. Ah, okay. So in that case, I'm gonna write it for Yuri then, because her personality seems the most unique out of all of them. Okay. Let's see. Passion, definitely. That's a word. Let's see. These are all horrible words. I don't know if Yuri's depressed or sad or sad, but she could be. Either way, I'm not gonna bring that up. Let's go comfort, I guess, because since she's the more seems to be the more closed off one, I imagine that she could use comfort, so I'll give her that. Okay. Color. Her hair is purple. That's a word. That would be suitable for her. What else we got? Headphones. That's so random. What does headphones have to do with any of them? None of them are wearing headphones except for me. Is that word for my poem? Because it knows I'm wearing headphones. All right then. When one of them hops, it means it's for them. They're hopping right now, though. Oh, I guess when I click on it, you mean? Okay, I get you. I think. So what happens if I click on this one? Oh, okay, I get you. I get you. All right. Horror. Well, Yuri said she loved horror, so we'll go with that one. Yep, got it. Okay. Let's see. Unrestrained, love, portrait, lust. I don't want to know who that's for. Marriage, cheer, pink. Okay, that must be Natsuki. Extraordinary. That's got to be Yuri's, right? That's got to be Yuri. Damn it. Oh, whatever. It's fine. I don't know why I'm treating this like a challenge. Like I have to pick who goes to who. But let's see. I imagine. Captive. I don't know what that could mean. Electricity. I don't know about that. Actually, I'll go with that one. Yeah. Okay. I had a feeling. Let's see. Whisper. I imagine Yuri's kind of a quiet one, to be honest. So I feel like whisper would be her word. No. I think I'll go with whisper. That's Nazuki apparently. Oh yeah, I guess that makes more sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Considering that she was always like stuttering. I don't know. What else we got? Special. That's got to be Yuri. There's no way. Well, not necessarily. I feel like I'm thinking way too much into this. I know it doesn't really matter that much. Does it even matter what I'm picking here? Like, is this actually gonna have an effect on anything, or is this just for shits and giggles? I don't know. Let's go embrace. That's Sayori. Okay, cool. So far, I'm picking mostly words that Sayori and Yuri like. Which is good, because they're my favorites so far anyway. What else we got? Hair. Again, Yuri has uniquely colored hair. That's got to be hers, right? Nope, that's apparently Natsuki. Interesting. Okay. Charm. How about determination? Determination, that seems to be one. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Entropy. Oh, big word. Kitty, that's gotta be Natsuki, because the kitty cupcakes, right? I'm gonna go unstable. I'm curious on which word. I want to pick this just to see who it's for. That's for Yuri. Oh boy. That worries me. Okay. All right, what else we got? Death. Oh God. I don't even want to know what that one is. Jeevers. That might be the only good one though. Death. What the hell happens if I pick death? Does that mean if I pick, is this gonna be like Death Note where whoever that's for, if I put right death, they're gonna die? Jesus Christ, hope not. Let's go. Let's see. Yuri loves horror, so choose something related to them. Well, the only thing horror related is death here, so I guess we'll go with that. No, apparently that's Sayori. How is death related to Sayori? What? That makes, I don't understand this one. Okay. All right. What else we got? Suicide. Oh Lord. I want to know who that's for. But again, it's the sticky. This one says sticky. How ironic that my name is in here. Semi. I'm gonna pick that one just for geeky purposes. Okay. All right. Cheeks. What does that mean? I don't know. Let's see. Aura. Aura. Let's see who has the most aura. I knew it. Yuri. That's. I can't lie with that. Yuri definitely has the most aura. Hold on. Okay. Why are you one of the word? I don't know, man. I guess I'm in this one. I guess I'm a part of the game after all. All right. Let's see. What else? Contamination. That's a big word, but it's not a very nice word. Let's go. I feel like kiss is Sayori. That makes more sense. Bouncy is probably also Sayori. Let's go heartbeat. Nope, that's Nazuki. I don't know. All right. Disoriented. Okay. Disarray. There we go. Okay. One more. Let's try and get Yuri's. Let's try and pick Yuri's interest on this one. We have landscape, pout, sensation, adventure, lazy. What if I just put it together? That makes sense, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Sensation. What about hurt? Nope, that was Sayori. Okay. Oh well. All right. Whoops. Crap. I'm gonna do that. Okay. All right then. Let's see. Let's see who would like my poem the most. Shut up. Notifications. Get away. Ugh. Vitality. Oh, whoops. All right. Well, too late. I already put it. My bad, bro. Hi again, Sticky. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Sticky. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into a literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs last year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to come here just to hang out or what. Oh, Lord. Oh, no, she's on to me. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps their manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Oh boy. Don't worry, guys. Sticky always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Yeah, apparently. If I've been to her house, then I guess we're really good friends. I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Sticky can become... Whoops. How come you and Sticky can become good friends too? Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Well, wait, Sayori. Hey, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Oh my god. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So, any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Good words. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, but won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out. Aw. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? That's what I'm wondering. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Nazuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man. It looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will ever come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to people to So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And then after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food would do the trick? What kind? Ah, well, I guess we could. I mean, that is why I came here, because of cupcakes. So just roll out some cupcakes for the whole school, and then this club will be packed. Yeah, I literally called it. Wow. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Well, cupcakes it is then. Okay then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Will do. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Wah! I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. I know. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It is what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. Oh my god. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. That is, hopefully, toothpaste. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. Nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. But nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Wow, Sticky, you're being an asshole. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Uh-huh. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Whoa, okay, that's a frisky shot. This is so funny. What is? Well... I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Huh? Don't say that. It'll make me feel weird about it. Stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Oh lord. Why is this one so hard to close? I don't like where this is going. I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? Hehe. It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my it means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway. Depending on how many words were chosen the most on a character on the poem section, you'll get a special scene like this with each character. Oh, okay. Alright, that makes sense. Alright then. So then I'm guessing I picked more of Sayori's words then. Go figure. I was shooting for Yuri, but oh well. Sayori's probably my second favorite. I would say so far Yuri's my favorite, and then Sayori is my second favorite. And then Monica, then Natsuki. That's my tier list of favorites so far. But yeah, I like Yuri just because she's the most unique. Usually the unique characters stand out to me. But I like Sayori too. I like her dynamic with the protagonist here, who I don't claim. But yeah, anyway. I love Yuri as a big sister. I see it. She definitely has that mature older sibling vibe. I get it. Get it a lot. Anyway, let's move on. You look so much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer button up like that? I don't know, Sticky. Why? For some reason, I feel fuzzy. Oh. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Whew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? It's the logic you said, Sticky. What are you talking about? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things, man. Man, I gotta know, how attractive is Sticky in this game, man? Because it seems like every girl here is like all over him, honestly. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. Honestly, that's a tad personal for me because my sleep schedule was cooked. Okay, I stay up super late drawing. Okay, I mean, how do you think I drew this? I mean, after all, this avatar, a lot of late nights for it. Anyway, hehe. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Ah, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Well, you could just ask me to call you. I mean, that works too. You don't have to go to her house just to wake her up. You could just call you. Oh my god. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Doki, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Yuri still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to read a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf from a torn spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Doki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Oh, first. Okay, so I can show it to multiple people. Alright, so this is the big question here. So, Femi, according to you, that I picked more words from Sayuri, apparently, because, you know, we had that scene with her at the beginning. So should I give it to Sayuri or Yuri? It's just one of them two. I don't think I would give it to Nadzuki or Monica. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. I don't know. I want to give it to Yuri, but I feel like it wants me to pick Sayuri. I don't know. I don't know. What do I do? What do I do? Such a dilemma. Such a dilemma, but so little time. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna give it to Yuri, just because. I don't know. I imagine since it's saying first, like after I show it to one of them, it'll let me like show it to someone else, right? That's how this works. So I don't think this is gonna matter too much who I show it to first. So I'm showing it to Yuri, 100%. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. That is true. That is true. Yuri definitely seems the most experienced. Which is why I think she should be leader. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, so sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. Alright, see you later, Dark X12. Thank you for being on the stream. It's nice to having you here. We'll see you next week, man. Alright, good night. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so is it that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't really help but notice that it's been several minutes and we still haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. What? The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Literally. Her stammering is completely gone and she suddenly sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Nadzuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Uh-oh. Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Interesting. Oh, really? I can actually read it. Alright. This better. I imagine this is going to be good. Okay. Ghost under the light. Okay. The tenants... Oh, God. I am not good at reading cursive. Okay. Let me see this. The tenets of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the rest of my time. The test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green of the future. God, I'm terrible at this. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I could not read half of that. Give me a break, guys, okay? I never bothered to learn cursive writing in high school, okay? I only know how to cursive write my name just for signatures, but that's it. I never learned cursive writing, so bear with me, okay? I mean, I can kind of read it, but that's about it. Either way, this definitely gives off good poetry vibes. Good poetry vibes. Dr. Octavius would be proud. Why is every time you stream a new game, there's another streamer streaming the same game at the same time who's also new to it? I scroll down and see someone else barely playing this game. Really? Maybe it's because, I don't know. I would say coincidence, but it could also just be like, maybe your For You page is like deliberately recommending you streams that are similar to the ones you're already watching. I don't know. Could be the case. Alright then. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. It's not the handwriting, it's just the cursiveness. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time. Oh my god. How does it... Is that scripted, or is it she saying that because I actually took a while to read it? Oh my lord. Just give me a break, Yuri. I'm not good at reading cursive. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I love the poem. Even though it's even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short, was it? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. It was scripted? Okay, cool. Cool. I was worried the game was calling me out for being slow at reading. That's a relief. Alright. Since this is our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Oh lord. I'm scared to see what Yuri can write on a not so mild day. Probably something horrifying, considering she's into horror. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Sticky. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do a lot more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her past, remaining in a place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Yeah, that's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Oh, it's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that I won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep on trying. I'm counting on you. Okay. Alright, so let's go to Sayori next, I guess. Well, if I'm gonna go through all of them, maybe I should... Whoops. If I'm gonna go through all of them, then maybe I should save Sayori for last. Maybe. I don't know. Nah, I'll just do Sayori next. Nani? Oh my goodness. This is so good, Sticky. Huh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer after all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Yeah, I predicted that. I predicted that exactly. I love how we're not even 2 hours in, and I already have a good grasp of all of their personalities. It's really good. These characters are definitely very expressive and unique from one another. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a sticky poem. I don't like the phrasing of that. That's oh god. Why does my name have to be sticky? Literally any other name that would sound wholesome, but that just sounds so weird. Oh my god. Mind you, this is an indie game. Yeah, I know. I kind of figured that. I mean, I knew this wasn't like a big mainstream game. This is obviously made by I assume this is made by just like one person, really. It seems pretty low budget. Not in a bad way, it's just, you know, it's very simplistic. But the art itself is really good. The art itself is really good. I just wish... So far, my only complaint about this game is that I just wish there was more, like, interactive elements. But but that could change, because we're still, like, pretty early on, so maybe there's more stuff like that coming. The creator of the game composed all the music himself. Nice. I do respect that. I know nothing about music. That's for damn sure. If I ever make a game or a big passion project, I'm certainly hiring a musician or a composer myself. There's no way I'm gonna even try to learn music. I'm just a visual arts guy. That's my only cup of tea. Although it would be nice to dive into it in the future, just to learn some new things. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs a sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the classroom. Oh my god. Well, of course. I like how sarcastic Sticky is. I kind of resonate with him just a little bit. Honestly. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See, it's like I said before, Sticky. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Try new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Oh boy, let's look at this. I cannot wait to see the huge difference in between her poem and Yuri's poem. In fact, these are probably the two perfect characters to do back to back because of how different their literature is. That's for sure. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. All right, here we go. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my shit, I just spit everywhere. God damn it. Whoops, my bad. Thankfully, you guys can't see me, so that's good. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. That's such a random edit. That's such a random ending, but I like it. Well, Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? Oh my god. No. Yeah, no, she slept in this morning, so she didn't even have time this morning to write it. Just a little bit. Okay, maybe not then. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah, Sticky, she still tried her best. She gave it her all. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Yeah, it sounds just like you, for sure. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm liking Sayori a lot. She might be my favorite after all. It might be well, I don't know. It might be, so far it's a two-way tie between her and Yuri. Oh, I'm liking her more and more as the game goes on. I get all cranky. Wow, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hehe. This is so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. You used to have a crush on Natsuki? Really? Natsuki. Well, I'll talk to her next then. So, sorry to be a opposing viewer here, but I don't really like Natsuki that much. I mean, she's funny, I guess, but she's definitely my least favorite here out of all the girls. I would say her personality. She seems to just be the sassy comedic relief one, honestly. And that's it. Although she does seem a little more interesting than Monica, though. Monica doesn't really seem to have a lot going for her. She's just the president. So so far she's a little more interesting than Monica, but I feel like I'm gonna like Monica more once we, get to know more about her. So that's why I'm just holding off my opinion on that for now. She's just adorable. When you get close to her, she's soft. Really? Well, let's see. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? Pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Oh my lord. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can see, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Oh my god, it doesn't even rhyme, Mizuki. And I thought, just when I thought there couldn't be any less effort. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Come on, Sticky, don't lie. Don't lie. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even think to take my writing seriously. Well, simplicity... Not all poems have to rhyme. Yeah, I know. But for a simple poem, I feel like... For a simple poem like that, I feel like rhyming would be the only thing that holds it up from being just a... You know... I guess a garbage, right? I don't know. I feel like that poem was in desperate need of some rhymes. But, I don't know. Look, I know in literature they say less is more, so, Nazuki, I'm not criticizing you because it was short, necessarily, or simple. I'm criticizing you because, it had no interesting words at all, okay? Nothing that grabbed me, or threw me in, or made me think. So, I'm gonna rate that one I'm gonna give you like a 5 on that one, and I'm being generous on that. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. Oh, really? Okay. So it was intentional. I get you. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Yeah, sure. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. So you're the... Oh yeah, that's right. You are the youngest. I decided to humor her with that last comment. Unbelievable. Well, you are a freshman. That does explain why you're the sassiest one here. Hi, Violet. Thank you for joining in. Yes, my avatar is different for this game. It's not I want to make it clear. My avatar is not like a permanent change or anything. I'm not going to have this in every stream, but just in some. Alright, anyway. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay. Alright then, so the last person to show it to is Monica. Let's see what she has to say. I'm excited to learn more about her. Hi, Sticky. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Yeah, real, honestly. If you played the Lost and Found demo, I expect this avatar again. Well, okay, I'll keep that in mind if I ever play that. Yeah, or any game with, or any anime-related game, I'll use this for it, I guess. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? Yes, I do. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Sticky. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? Yeah, you could say that. I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, you see. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that might be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. I'm curious on what I even wrote. I kind of want to read my own poem. I wish it would show me it. But, well. Are you sure you're not reading into it a little too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring her emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write in the same way that everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Yeah, totally. Awkward. Anyway, did you want to read my poem now? Yes, please. Don't worry, I'm not very good. Yeah, I was about to say, you sound awfully confident despite not being good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Watch this be like a 20-page poem, imagine. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh my god, it is the longest one. Okay, it's not as long as I thought it'd be, but still pretty long. Pause. Okay. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Damn. That's a pretty good one, actually. I think that might be the best one yet. Well, I want to say Yuri's was the best one, but I could barely even read it because the handwriting was too sophisticated for me. So, but yeah. I think between all of them, this is probably the best one, but I think I like Sayori's the most, just because. Anyway. So, what'd you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting an emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Is that so? It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and then tidy it up later. That's actually good advice, because I have to write all my own scripts for my videos, so you know what, Monica, thank you for the writing advice, honestly. Although a big pitfall that I fall into when I'm writing is that I always go too long without actually rereading what I say, right? So let's say I write like a whole page, and then I think it makes sense, and then I go back and reread it, and I'm thinking like, what the hell was I writing? You know? So, yeah. I guess my advice to anyone would be reread your writings before you finish them. Anyway, another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Nice. Alright, here we go. So now what? Are we gonna write a new poem? Probably. I imagine we're gonna write a new poem. Hold on. First, I must drink. First of all, I'm gonna drink water. It's been a while since I've done that. Okay. Alright, here we go. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Well, Sticky, I'm sure your poem could stand up to Natsuki's. But aside from that, yeah, you're right. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. Yeah, I completely missed that too, honestly. How can that be cute? I knew that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Sticky did too. Sure. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Sticky liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh god, the music stopped. Good lord, when the music stops, you know, shit's about to go down. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Uh-oh. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Sticky appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Uh-oh. Girl fight. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? 'Cause you're sassy and I like you the least. That's why. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I wouldn't deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Yeah. Is everyone okay? I love the music, by the way. Sorry to break this up, but yeah, they really cooked hard on the music. This is perfect. Well, you know what? I wasn't the what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Sticky started showing up. Bro, what is that insult? What the fuck? Oh my lord. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little over the top. Okay. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Sticky. She's just trying to make me look bad. Yeah, definitely. That's not true. That's definitely true. Even if I didn't hear this conversation, I would immediately side with Yuri over Natsuki. Sorry. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. It's funny because I agree with Natsuki, honestly. Like, if in real life, I feel like in real life, if I was arguing about literature, I would probably take Natsuki's side. But I'm still siding with Yuri anyway, just because. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain it to her, Sticky. But wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Sticky? Well... Oh god. This is a dilemma. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh, it's gonna make me pick. Interesting. Okay. Of course, that's gonna be... Okay. So I have an option to call Sayori for help, or I could just side with Yuri, which I'm going to do, because I already blatantly said that I would. Natsuki? You're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri. Huh? You're a very talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. Oh. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. Oh. I'm being really impartial. It's not like I'm siding with Yuri, honestly. I'm kind of just staying neutral from both of them, honestly. I didn't notice that I'm sorry. Ooh. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Okay, there it is. that's the part I was waiting for. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. Even I end up feeling bad for her. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Sayori. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do that. It'll spare me from having to look all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki... She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Sigh. Is everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. I mean, how could anyone have not gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it probably as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Sticky. You're too kind. I'm really thankful to have you a part of this club now. Oh, it's nothing. Hey, stop it. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, you know, I would never do anything so shameful. So, huh? What thing did Natsuki say? Exclamation. Well, never mind that. I'm gonna go make some tea. Yeah, good idea. Good idea. Great idea. Let's move on from that subject. Make enough for one more, will ya? Yeah, of course. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did y'all feel about How did y'all feel about sharing your poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Sticky, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Nice. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. Indeed. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Sticky, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehe. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of stuff happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen a fight like that. I promise you they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Sticky, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but... Does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Nice. I just remembered that there's fan art of me and Nezuki. Actually. I gotta see that, man. You gotta drop that at some point. I mean, you don't have to share it, but I am curious to see, because I don't think I know what you're talking about. Anyway, okay, so last time, apparently, so the poem I wrote last time was most affiliated with Sayori. So now we need to pick so now we need to try and get someone else. I'm still gonna try and shoot for Yuri. Wait, how come Monica isn't on here? Monica isn't on the list, or any of the people. Oh well. Alright, let's see. Okay, so if I'm gonna go for... Let's see. Okay, let's start with Nightgown and see where that goes. Okay, that's Nezuki. I'm actually gonna... Hold on, I'm gonna jot down... I need to start keeping notes here. I'm gonna start keeping notes of, like, of which words impress the most. Okay, so that was Nezuki. I can't spell her name. God damn it. Okay, whatever. Okay. Alright, so what's next? Let's see. Heartbeat. Some of these words are repeated, so I don't remember what heartbeat did. I think heartbeat was maybe heartbeat was Sayori. So I'm not gonna do that. What about feather? Nope, that's also Sayori. Okay. Okay then. Let's see. Okay, wait. Maybe I'm thinking too much into this, honestly. I don't know. I imagine at some point I'm gonna get one for all of them. So maybe I should just pick random words and just see if that happens. Nevertheless, I know horror is definitely Yuri. Okay. Then we have determination. That could be Yuri. Yep. There we go. Massacre. That's a horror-ish word. Yep. There we go. Infinite. I think she used that word at some point. Hell yeah. I'm rolling. Okay. Electricity. That could be for her. There's a list online for words on all the girls. I have the list on my Switch. Oh, okay. I don't know if I want to look at... I don't know if I want to spoil the words, though. I kind of want to figure them out myself. So, let's see. Vitality. That seems like a big word that maybe Yuri would use. Hell yeah. Okay. We're good. We're doing good. Okay. I want Yuri to be impressed here. I want to impress Yuri with this poem. So, I gotta find words that she would like. Okay. Journey. That seems to be... Is that it, though? Happiness, headphone. I still don't know what the hell headphones is supposed to mean. Like, who would that have anything to do with? I don't get it. I don't know, man. Let's go with kawaii. Nah. Let's go journey or imagination. Yuri definitely has active imagination, so not really sure. Wait, Femi, do you have all these words memorized? Because if you have all these memorized, then you should already know. which words to pick. All right, then. Let's go imagination. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. If we have at least 11 Yuri words, we got it. All right, cool. I know I got at least... Okay, I stopped jotting down, but I know I got at least... I got a good amount. Let's see. Unrestrained. That's interesting. That can't be Yuri. There's no way it doesn't. I don't know what boop is supposed to mean. No, I have it screenshotted. Okay. Heaven sent. That's a big word. That seems like something Yuri would say. Hell yeah. Extraordinary. That's Yuri's. Oh, wait. No. Damn it. That wasn't Yuri. Fuck. Shit. Okay. That's bad. Okay. What else was it? Contamination. Vivid. Nah, I'm really trying to think here. Contamination. Was that a Yuri word? I don't remember. Unrestrained. Too late. I already... Unless you're talking about this one. Is unrequited? I can't say that word. God damn it. Unrequited. I think this one does seem like contamination. Contamination's a Yuri word. Okay, cool. All right, then. What else we got? Affirmative, convet, landscape, party, lazy, flower, affirmative. I'm gonna go with this one. Hell yeah. Nice. Intellectual, that has to be for Yuri. Nice. Precious, sweet. That's probably Sayori. Bliss. That's that might have been, that was on the last one, I think. Wrath or essence. I don't know. Marriage? No, probably not. Joy Cloud Sing. I'm gonna go Wrath. I think Wrath makes the most sense for Yuri. Let's see. Hell yeah. I am rolling on this. Okay, I think we already secured. Yeah, we already secured Yuri's. Wrath or Essence. Yeah, I picked Wrath. Okay, there we go. Jeez, the delay. Is the delay that bad? My goodness. Not surprising. My streams usually have a big delay. It's at least like 5 seconds. It's a pretty big delay. Okay, anyway. Okay. Unending. Waterfall, shopping, shiny, tragedy. Tragedy. That sounds like something that would be in a horror, maybe? I don't know. Unending. I'm gonna go tragedy. Nah, damn it. That was theory. Oops, my bad. Okay. Comfort. Was comfort one of Yuri's words? Or was that someone else? I don't remember. I think I picked comfort for Yuri last time, and it ended up being like Sayori, so I'm not gonna go with that one. Let's go with let's go with variance. There we go. Nice. Special. Oh, damn it. That was the wrong one. I keep instinctively picking ones that I remember before. And then I forgot. I remembered Lust is Yuri. Really? I already passed that one. I keep passing everything. Alright. Alright. I think we're safe now. I think I got enough Yuri ones, but I'm just gonna keep trying more to make safe. Alright. Philosophy. There we go. That's Yuri's for sure. And last one. Oh no, two more. Graveyard. That's horror-ish, maybe. Yep. And last one, we got frightening. That's got to be for Yuri. Hell yeah. Okay. All right, we got it. I wasn't counting, but that should be enough, I hope. So what would happen if you said it has to be at least 11 words for one character, and then you'll unlock the special cutscene. But what happens if they're all like What happens if it's like an even tie? Can there be an even tie? Probably not. I don't know. Either way. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Yeah. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Sticky. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. Hehe. I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. You come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. Huh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Huh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Ah! Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ah, haha. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have already bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry, wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. Stick, you should just go along with it. I mean, clearly it's the former. Obviously, she just wants an excuse to hang out. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so, that only leaves the one option. Wah. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, then that means you deserve to feel guilty. Haha. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. Ah! I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri. Tell Sticky to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved in that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, and your suffering is fair enough. Is a fair enough retribution. Good lord, Yuri. I can't understand you sometimes. Ah! I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. Ooh. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. Yeah, me too. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That. Still, coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Hehe. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But... You wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Hehe. Pwap. Okay, yeah, what happened? I didn't even... Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. Haha. I was just gonna give it to you. But then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki? That's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Oh lord. She then honestly, come on. Just eat it. Goddamn. Sayori rapidly. How big is that cookie if we're able to hug it? So good. Sayori suddenly clasped her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Hehe. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours is really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy you shared this one with me. Hehe. Sayori gets out of her seat, goes behind Natsuki, and wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Oh. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a child sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sayori... Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monika isn't in the clubroom. Ugh. Where is Monika anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Huh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Oh my god. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Huh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. But boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Ah. Well, my last period today was a study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. Well, I was practicing piano, so I must not have heard it. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monika. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Inconsistencies. Tells me that Monika is lying. I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monika. That's... Monika looks at me. Maybe once I get a bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Sticky. Monika smiles sweetly. Ah. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. Just a semi-food fight. Nothing crazy. Yeah, I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I don't know what that word means. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complimenting or complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah! Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Ah. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Ah, that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. Oh, I see. Yeah, totally. Totally didn't intend or anything. Yeah, interesting. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Yeah, just about demons and death and murder, probably. Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There is an ominous-looking eye symbol in the front cover. Okay, I was kind of joking about the demons, but okay. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You already made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Well, it was a little bit less than I expected. Oh my lord. 2 hours in, thoughts on the game. I'm really liking it so far. I'm a lot more engaged than I expected. Although I'm still terrified as what's to come, because I know the game is still feeling like strangely like it has a vibe. I know shit's gonna go down later, right? But it feels super like super fun and innocent so far. So that makes me worried, like, oh god, when is shit gonna go down? Okay. Because so far nothing like crazy or disturbing has happened yet. I mean, the game has gotten a little frisky, but aside from that, it's been pretty you know, pretty wholesome and not too R-rated or anything. So I guess I'll say I'm intrigued so far. You know, I like the characters, and I am very eager and also terrified as what's to come. It's kind of like that game. I don't know if you know the game called Can Your Pet. That it was like an old Flash game or something that came out a long time ago. But basically that game was infamous because it had a like horrible dark like twist ending. But the entire like first half of the like most of the game is super cutesy and fun. And when you're playing through it, it makes you worry more, like, oh god, it seems too innocent, like what's gonna happen, you know? That's how I'm feeling right now playing this game, because so far it's very wholesome. When I know that the game is not going to be wholesome, based on what I've heard and based on the disclaimers in the beginning. But anyway, let's keep going. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Sticky? No, it's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Jesus. Then suddenly, we thought you related to the protagonist. They're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. I mean, it is a literature club after all. Well, that is true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Indeed, we should. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, if I'm distracting you or anything, just let me know. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. Nice. I imagine we're gonna start a cutscene. It's funny that you drew Yuri twice before playing the game. Yeah, that is true. The first time I didn't even notice. The first time I drew her, I think you're talking about that one DTIYS challenge that you did on Instagram a while back with the fusion of Yuri and Papyrus, I think that was it. Yeah, I didn't even know about this game when I did that. But the second time I drew her was like a shit doodle. I wasn't actually trying that hard. Mainly because I didn't want to try hard, because it was just a speed challenge. But hey, now that I'm actually playing it, maybe I'll draw her for real and actually put effort into it. We'll see. I don't know. There's still a lot of fan art I need to do, though. I still need to do Nico fan art for one shot. I'm surprised I haven't done that yet. But yeah, expect fan art. Expect fan art of this eventually. We'll see. Okay, I gotta say, it was like drawing my my OC in an anime art style was a surprisingly fun challenge. I liked it a lot. So I'm kind of intrigued to, do more stuff like that in the future. Anyway, I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. The Rosalina's unboxes is on Friday, by the way. Okay, alright. I'll mark my calendar. Thank you, man. Yeah, that's still cool that you bought it, though. Like I said, I would love to have that, but I'm not spending the money on that. I don't think it's worth the money. really. Because it's a cool novelty to have, but like, you know, it's just a book that I've already read in-game, so, you know. It's more of a collector's item than an actual book, which is fine, but I wouldn't purchase it for me. But it's still cool that you did, though. Alright. Not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it difficult to turn the page. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. You see, that sounds like a cute idea on paper, but I know in practice, reading together, like to yourself, would be a nightmare because I'm not the fastest reader ever, and I imagine Yuri would be a super fast reader, so I would not be able to keep up with her reading. So by the time I finish one page, she would already be like on the third page. But this is still cute though. But in holding it like this, we're held in even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Yeah, exactly. So it's exactly playing out how I expected it would if this happened in real life. Oh boy. In fact, I think I did this before in elementary school. Not this context, of course, but like we had to do group readings, right? And except we wouldn't read out loud. We would just read in our heads and then, you know, turn the page when we're ready. And it was always so like exhausting to try and keep up with the other person. Yeah, maybe I'm just slow at reading. I don't know. Probably. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? Yeah, clearly not. Clearly not. I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own validation. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, just turning a page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it in her own thumb. It's weird. It seems like my own head has better poetry skills than it is probably in the game. I mean, I haven't read Sticky's poem in game, but I imagine it's not as intricate as what I just read there. Anyway. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she is more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're just kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Nice. How hard was it to draw your avatar? It wasn't that hard. I think the hardest part was just probably the entire, like, probably the headphones, actually. Believe it or not, the face itself actually wasn't that bad. The face was fun to draw, really. It's just the hardest part was just drawing the damn headset on top of it, because I could never get it symmetrical enough. I wanted to make it a little more detailed than my other one, because my other one is just 2 circles, pretty much. So I wanted to give it more detail. And even so, I think it's a little bit, like, off-centered, but because I didn't flip my canvas enough. But it was fine. It worked out. Anyway. Yuri remained silent for a moment. And that was also, like, probably my first time drawing an anime art style, like, legitly. Honestly. So I think for first time, I don't know, it came out alright. I'm happy with it. But Sticky, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Ugh. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait. I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute. Why are you saying that all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first few chapters in your own time. Alright. Oh, that was nice. I stand up and make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Man, this almost... In fact, this does make me wanna... you know, start reading again, honestly. You know, I really do miss the feeling of getting into a good book, honestly. That was very enjoyable back in the day. And I feel like I don't get enough of that anymore, so... I mean, I guess playing this game is kind of like reading a long illustrated book. But still, I do kind of miss reading. Anyway, who should I show my poem to first? Well, I think Yuri makes the most sense, considering that I kind of wrote it with her in mind. Or maybe I should save Yuri for last. Nah, we'll do Yuri first. I'm just gonna go Yuri, Sayuri, Nezuki, Monica. Alright. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Sticky. How did you pick up on this so quickly? I mean, just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a great job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying that you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe that. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Does Yuri not have friends? Is that the sad truth? I would feel bad if that's the case. Anyway. Do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah. Oh boy. If it's with you. Oh boy, more cursive writing. Ugh, okay. Alright, Femi, bear with me while I try to read through this. This is gonna be rough. Okay, but I got this. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught off by the scudding of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of my bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. Is that urge? I think that says urge. The moon incites its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that... Oh my lord. I can't read this. My very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied annual. The raccoons have taken to follow me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Each time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. Nice. I gotta say, that one was probably easier to comprehend than the last one, but I don't understand the symbolism at all. Anyway. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. Yeah, clearly. Good lord. Well, I didn't have a stroke rating it, so we're good. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical, indeed. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Is that so? I mean, I don't see how cutting bread is unusual. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Okay. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Sticky? Yeah, probably. Honestly, I shouldn't judge. Also, hello, 31 Bananas. Sorry, I didn't see you there. Welcome aboard. Bro should have just stayed the same style, bud. Well, I didn't, so. Oof. Sorry, buddy. Sorry if that drives you away, pal, but I'm trying new things here. So, if you don't like it, my condolences to you, I guess. Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our own individualities. Even if it's a little difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Nice. Well, that was a nice interaction. Okay, then. Alright, then. According to my next order, let's go. Let's do Sayori's next, then. Alright. Ooh. I like this one, Sticky. It has some nice feelings in it. Ah, I'm glad. Still, though. Your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well, even for my own good. Well, I don't just try to be nice about it. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. No. I still like this one, I promise. You know I wouldn't lie to you, Sticky. Totally. Never ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Ugh. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while, too. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems, too. Sometimes a bit of both. There's a word for that, right? Neutral? Omni? I don't know. Bittersweet? Oh, okay. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, yeah, I was about to say, it's an oddly poetic phrase you just made there. It is. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Sticky. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Alright. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm intrigued in this one. Okay. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. and I put the bottle on a shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in bottles all in a row. Right. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets, hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look at me through my front door. Finally all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically put them from the shelf one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling, but they're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. What the fuck? Is it just me, or why does that sound like an analogy for alcoholism? Maybe I'm reading too much into that, but I don't know. That's the vibe I'm getting from it. Okay. Holy crap. Sierra, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday that I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kinda creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Okay, don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori has always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it like no more than a week later. Oh my god. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Nice. Okay. What do we got here? Cough, cough. There are 4 acts in the game, by the way. We're still on Act 1. Really? Oh lord. Are the other acts the same length as Act 1? Because if that's the case, then it might take a couple streams to finish the game. I don't know. I'll keep going for a little bit longer. But then when I feel like we're at a good stopping point, then we'll put it to rest for now. Anyway, let's go Natsuki. I liked your last one better. Really? Well, yeah. I can tell you were a little more daring with this one. But you're really not good enough for that. I feel flat. Or it felt flat. That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always liked poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. See, Natsuki, I kind of relate to you, but I still think you're annoying. Oh my god. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Honestly, that's real though. I always felt that way. Like when I was in school and I had to analyze poetry. God, that was the worst thing in the world. I hated that. I hated every minute of that. This is so glad to be done with that. This one is the longest. The acts get shorter as we proceed. Okay then. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning just seems to be an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion. But my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Yeah, sure, totally. Anyway, here's the poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Alright. Alright. Well, this is an interesting one. Why is the music all... Oh god. Why did the music go and switch to a recorder all of a sudden? Was that always there? I don't know. Either way. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross, she's gross, and the world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. I really like that one. I really like that poem, actually. I think there's a good repetition here. I think the repetition works really well. I wish it ended with the repeated phrase, though. Because I don't know, the ending doesn't really fit to me. Unless it ties into the beginning. I don't know. But yeah, overall it's a solid poem. I like it. Alright, Natsuki, you're starting to impress me. I'll give you a round of applause for that one. That's a decent one. I like it. Not bad, kid. Act 4 takes 15 to 30 minutes, so we can go half on stream depending if we do this for a while. Yeah, that sounds about right. Like I said, I don't know how long every single act is, but from what I saw and like I just searched up like full playthroughs of the game. I didn't watch them, but I saw the video that most of the videos were like around 6 to 8 hours long. So I'm just gonna go for maybe around like 3.5 hours or so, and that'll just generally be the halfway mark. Or we'll see. And then we'll just find a good stopping point around there to leave it there for now. Either way, we'll see. We'll see. For now, let's just keep going. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. Uh-oh. Is Natsuki self-projecting? That's interesting. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of, or you think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Fair enough. Fair enough. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Huh. That's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I brought up your worst enemy. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not that I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, sure. Yeah, I'll say so. Even if her writing style is different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. I really hope we can see them interact again. I'd love to see some development between those two characters. You know, I'd like to see, imagine they become friends in the end. That'd be cute. I'd love that. Alright, Monica. Last and not least. Hi again, Sticky. How's the writing going? It's alright, I guess. I'll take it. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Alright. Great job, Sticky. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, I always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Yes, I know she does. That's why I chose that style. Unlike Sayuri, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Yeah, I'ma do my own thing. I'm Miles Morales. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. All right. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless symphony. No. I don't know what that says. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveform. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Oh, Lord. I feel like all these poems are just a way of them expressing their trauma and or dark secrets about themselves. That's one truth. Okay, if I gotta interpret this, it sounds like either it's about her just hating math class, or it's about her having like an existential crisis of some sort, or maybe both. Maybe both. That's probably a more logical reason. Okay. All right. Nevertheless, it's a good one. It's a good one. I'll give it that. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Aha. I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. Yeah, I'll give it that. That's true. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still a little hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't always the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling. Or a conversation with the reader. So, putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Are you breaking the fourth wall and telling me I need to save my game? Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tape even about writing? What am I even talking about? What are you talking about? Was that actually a fourth wall break, or am I just looking into that too much? That's my advice for today. Okay, thanks for listening. Okay, Monica. You said whatever you say. I'm not gonna save just yet because I don't need to. I'll save when I'm ready to log off for the day. All right. But thank you for the reminder. Appreciate it. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something a little extra planned for today, so if everyone could come sit to the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Oh, don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori's been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets that we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what exactly we're going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica. Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Hehe. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. Yeah, that is valid. I guess I just kind of overlooked that. So is this the part where I step in? This is about where I step in and be like, I shall do it. Hell yeah. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's the spirit. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for a few minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Well, damn, Monika's good at inspiring people, that's for sure. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we could do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Uh-oh. I don't think Yuri wants to do it. But, I mean, it's 4 for 5, I guess. You're actually almost done with actually 1. You're just kind of... Oh, Act 1. Almost done with Act 1, kind of past the halfway point. Okay. Alright, that's good then. So, okay. Yeah, I think we'll just wait and find a good stopping point then, whenever that comes. And then we'll wrap up this episode then, pretty soon here. Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. What? No way. Monika. This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, then how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start out to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The 4 of us applaud, yes. I applaud even though I didn't know what it was about. It was probably really good. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Oh, thank you. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Whoa, what is this? Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. Is Yuri just trying to get it over with? I get that. I hated presentations. It's always better just to do it sooner. In fact, call me Yuri, but I always volunteer to go first to do a presentation just because I hated the dread of having to wait for mine. So I was like, you know what? Send me up there first. I hate this. You can do it, Yuri. You can do it. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns and structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. So I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem close to her chest and runs back to the seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. So Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Ah! Sorry, I giggled. Hehe. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Ah. Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see, I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery as like Sayori is. It's sincere and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach much more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Sticky liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm gonna make sure you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Nezuki? Don't make me go before Sticky. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Sticky lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Wow, okay. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Oh god. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive the applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alrighty then. Well, that just leaves you, Nizuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly lets out of her seat and makes her way over to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Ugh, why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhyme and rhythm to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Ah, well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, if doing it in front of other people will make it be way easier, so then yeah. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice in before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort into the club. It makes me really happy. Ah, yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday is the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There is no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well. How am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Sticky, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori? Sorry, I was just spacing out. Ah, no wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to, I mean... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A love triangle drama. I was expecting this. What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Oh, it's actually gonna make me choose. Wow. Just when I thought this game wouldn't make me choose like that, it did. Oh my god. Okay, what'd you say, Penny? Something cool about the console version of DDLC. It kind of works like One Shot World Machine Edition. It comes with its own computer UI. Really? Why would it need that? Does this game have more? Does this game have fourth wall breaks? Oh god, that'd be cool. This game is an asshole. Yeah, clearly. That's the one choice I did not want to have to make, and you're gonna make me choose? Ugh. You're making me choose between my two favorite characters. Okay, but let's be honest. Let's be honest. I think I like Yuri, right? But I feel like the connection I have with Sayori is probably more special, considering that we're already close friends, and I feel like we already have a better connection. Like yeah, Yuri's nice and all. I do like Yuri, but I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Why must I choose? This is honestly I have to choose between my two favorite characters. Unbelievable. I don't know. What do I do, Femi? You tell me. What do I do, Femi? Is anyone else here? Or is it just you? Yeah, it's just you. Alright, well then. What do you think? Tell me. Give me your honest. But what'd you pick when you first played this? For me, I don't know. You love both? Oh my god. That's not the answer I was hoping for. Okay. Trying to think. In real life, what would I do? Okay, thinking about this, I can't help but pick Yuri. Oh my god. I can't do Sayori dirty like that, okay? Okay, well, hold on. It's not like I'm actually choosing, right? I'm just telling Sayori what I would do. I don't have to be telling the truth, right? I feel like Sayori's asking if I would still walk home with her, even if Yuri asked me to walk home. And, you know, since we always walk home together, you know, I can't do her dirty like that. So, I'm gonna, and I think, I don't know. Look, I think, thematically, it makes more sense to say Yuri. And then later I realized that, oh, Sayori was the girl I was in love with all this time, and I didn't realize it. But I don't know if the game is gonna have a happy ending like that. Honestly, it could be a horrible ending. I don't even know. It could be happy or horrible. So just in case it's a horrible ending, I'm gonna keep it wholesome in a way. I'm sorry. I know you said Yuri, but I want to pick Yuri too. But for greater. Because I'm so nice, I'm gonna say Sayori. But keep in mind, this is just what I'm saying. This isn't necessarily what I will do. So Sayori, yes, I would still walk home with you. Oh god. Don't make me regret this choice. I hope this choice doesn't have a huge effect on the game moving forward. Alright, here we go. Yeah, Sayori, I'd still walk home with you. I remember watching one of those Sonic parody channels where Shadow and Sonic played DLC. Sonic gave Sayori a Batman voice. Really? Oh my god. I'm not bothering with giving these characters different voices because I know that speaking in high-pitched voices for hours straight would kill my voice. And I don't exactly have the highest-pitched voice, so I'm just giving them different tones of voice instead. Just seeing if that works. Okay, anyway. Sayori. You really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Huh? But she's so beautiful and smart. She is. But we're best buds, right? I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Sticky. You think about me too much sometimes. Although Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so... See, Yuri, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that's never gonna happen anyway? I've got a feeling, now that you said that, it's probably gonna happen. Oh boy. It's kind of a weird thing for Sierra to care so much about. Come on, Sticky, how are you not picking up on the hint? She's clearly into you. Alright. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. I just checked the description. What did you do? I'm surprised it took you that long to notice that. Honestly, I don't think anyone else noticed it either. But yeah, the description's in Japanese. That was supposed to be a joke, but nobody noticed it, unfortunately. Oh well, it's fine. But thankfully you did, at least. Okay, but anyway. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen in that time? Alright. Alright then, we're back at the poetry writing part. So I think this is a good point to save the game. We'll come back later. So final verdict. Well, not final verdict, but temporary verdict. I'm really loving this game so far. I'm actually very intrigued, and I'm very intrigued and also very worried because so far, outside of a few like mildly sus scenes, this game has been entirely wholesome and super kid friendly. So I'm worried that, like, you know, pardon me. I'm sorry. I'm worried that shit's gonna go down in the next episode. But yeah. Well, yeah, I'll do the final poem. I imagine since you said we're already halfway through, I think that's a good point to stop for now. But we'll do the final poem and then the rest of the game next week, or maybe in 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll see. I might split it up to 2 weeks later. Yes, please. I saved. All right then. All right, so let me give you. Is anyone else here? Nope. All right, Femi. Well, let me tell you my thoughts on the game so far. Even though I already did, I'll say it again. Yeah, I'm really liking it. I'm intrigued a lot. I'm really liking the character interactions here. It's investing me. I gotta say, it's investing me a lot. Like I said, I have very mild complaints about it. Like I said, my only complaint is that I wish there was maybe more. I wish there was more like interactive dialogue, and I wish maybe what else? There's something else I think. And I wish maybe like some scenes, maybe some scenes kind of drag a little bit. I don't know. But for the most part, it was very engaging. I liked it a lot, and I'm excited to see where it goes in the next episode, because that's when I'll hopefully be able to finish it. You said we're over halfway, so yeah, I should be able to finish this next time. But yeah, you discover the game from its Friday Night Funkin' mod, which takes place after this game. Oh, that's cool. Okay. By the way, this is kind of a nitpick, but it's kind of bugging me that like Monica's PNG here is at like a slightly lower quality than the rest. I don't know why that is. That could be a glitch, or maybe it's just my game. I don't know. But nevertheless, I think the art style is really nice too. You know, it's simplistic, but it's simplistic and well done at the same time, so that's good. But yeah, and the music in the game is also nice too. I like it a lot. But yeah, so that was we'll leave this episode here. I'm actually really excited to come back and play more of this, so stay tuned for that. And I'll use the same avatar for it as well. The art is better in the plus version. Yeah, I figured. I saw the I did see there was a plus version as well, but I wasn't sure about it just yet. I figured it wasn't too much different outside of just boosting graphics and like side stories and whatnot. And I usually don't play side stories on stream for games. I just play the main campaign and leave it at that, and then maybe do the side stuff in my own time. So yeah, I didn't get the plus version. I just got the free version. But yeah. Anyway, I think with that we're gonna leave this here. I do gotta skedaddle because I have stuff I gotta do. I got other projectos to work on. But I guess we'll leave it here for now. It's basically console version, like one shot. Yeah, I figured. Not only is it console version, but I think it was also on Steam too, the plus version. There's other stuff as well. Yeah, but what's cool about the console version, I saw is total sign out. One more thing before I go. I saw for the console version, there's like 4 different cases you can get for the console release that each have a different character on it, and they all like line up interchangeably. I thought that was really cool, and it's a cool way to sell the same game 4 times, I think. But yeah, that's cool. Nevertheless, we're gonna leave this episode here. We'll come back to this next time, and yeah, thank you, family, for being here as always. Appreciate it. And I think check one last time, make sure there's no one else lurking in the chat before I leave. And nope, no one else is here. Nice. But yeah, you love the game. Yeah, I know you love the game. Well, you're half the reason why I even looked into it, so I thank you for that. So yeah, I guess we'll wrap this up then. So you have a great rest of your night, Femi, and I'll see you next week, man. All right, well, peace out.